Hey, YouTubers. Hey, I did a reading yesterday, always pulling from the group collective, and it's just, you know, I see, how it seems like readers are connecting with specific groups of people. It's like, um, for me, it's like if I connect with somebody who's just concerned about materialism or a group of people that are concerned about materialism, there's no really reason for me to continue to do readings, right? It's like, why? Because uh and it's a trap that people fall into because you can only serve one of two masters. I know that's a really hard thing for people to really understand, but there's a control structure in this world that uses money as a control mechanism, right? If say I want to go get a cup of coffee, and depending on the inflation rate and who's controlling the currency, they are controlling whether or not I can go get a cup of coffee. Somebody that just wants to grow coffee beans and uh, really passionate about growing pot coffee beans, roasting coffee, and selling coffee, uh, if they don't bow to that master in that system, then they can't eat, right? Um, there's health communities that actually are just creating what they want to create, and not subservient to other systems. You could, like an island. That's why I've got this picture here. If you're living on an island, everybody's naturally taking care of each other. Let's say put this out there. Say you put 1,000 people on an island. People would naturally figure out where they fit, what tasks they need to do to support that community, naturally, right? And it would grow. You'd have healthy development because everybody is accountable to each other and making sure that everybody's taking care of each other's needs, or else the community starts to fall apart. Well, you put money in there, and now there's a competition to try and get that money instead of the actual needs of each other. So when you're focused on materialism in and of itself, you're not really focused on the needs of the people around you and the society at large. Super easy thing to really, when you really think about it, that's what it is. But we get so focused and we think that our source out there is money, and it's not really. We are each other's source, and source of each other's fulfillment. So, my fulfillment is always, what the time that I can spend with you, all of you, or the people around me, or even meeting new people, right? You become more fulfilled when your life means something for each other. It doesn't matter how much money gets exchanged. That's a lesson that I learned after owning property in Idaho. Thinking that I didn't care if we had more stuff, because it's just stuff. What I wanted to do was create something where I could spend more time with the people I cared about. And at first it did that, but after a while and people got used to that place, a place is just a place. It's the people that we really care about that we want to spend time with. And I think has the deeper um what's going on in our society at large, and why there's a spiritual awakening, because all the structures that we see in society are built around materialism and how to get more money as you climb a ladder, or get more money in a social structure. That doesn't make any difference whatsoever in fulfillment in your life, right? And so, for me, have a problem when there are supposed spiritual leaders out there in our communities that are saying, uh, don't continue to live a life of lack. Who are you to say that any person is living a life of lack? What is each person's, you know, view of life in a life of abundance or lack? How do we know that, you know, even somebody living on the street, or, there's homeless people that choose to be homeless even. Maybe they're like, somebody who's biking across America. So you really can't judge. I can't judge even somebody has, a multi-million-dollar lifestyle and you just love to live that way. Maybe that's your idea of abundance. Everyone's idea of abundance is different, and we are creating our own reality. So, yeah, just let it be, right? As long as you help people understand that, we all are creating our own reality. Sorry, when I look down at myself and I look up on my camera, because I got my camera in two different spots. So sometimes I'm not looking directly at you guys if you guys are watching this video. But think about what abundance is. What is abundance? Abundance for me, and I can't speak for anybody else, but abundance for me is just spending time with the people I care about and meeting new people and being passionate about life. If you're not passionate about life, then that's an abundance that comes from the inside. And for me, true abundance comes from the inside at all times anyway. So just some things to think about. And, these messages that oftentimes that I need to feel like I need to put on my YouTube channel. And you guys have probably seen me put all kinds of stuff on my YouTube channel. I go swimming, jumping off rocks. I go do all kinds of stuff, and there's so much different dysfunction in society for so many things, but take the time to heal, take the time for yourself, and figure out what it is that you want out of life. Nobody can tell you what that is. And so, if somebody's trying to sell you an idea of what you think what your life should look like, walk away. That's one problem that I've had personally in thinking about, well, if I was going to become a coach, what kind of coaching services would I provide? Now I could become I know I'm a subject matter expert in a lot of different areas when it comes to healthy business relationships and healthy relationships in general. And I think that, on the deepest level, our deepest desires are to fulfill each other that way. And it doesn't have anything to do with materialism, because materialism in and of itself doesn't mean anything. I mean, I have witnessed that usually, and this is usually the more and more money you make, the more destructive your own life gets. And for me personally, I don't need much, don't want much. Even if I started to travel around a lot, I would love to, get engaged in cultures. And I feel like the best way to do that would be to plot myself into maybe some of the poorest areas in those areas and just learn where people want to grow. And if people are happy there, are they happy? Are they living a state of fear? How well are they, getting along and trying to build a life that they want? Oh, there's a lot of overpopulation problems, right? There's so many different kinds of social dysfunction in different areas, and usually it has to do with control structures feeding off of the public, right? If we didn't have control structures feeding off of the public, we'd be living in a totally different world. And so, to begin with, I encourage all of you to just not put your energy into those systems and just put your energy into each other and let go of control and strengthen your connection with the divine, with your higher self, because it's guiding you to help create that for everybody else too, right? So I love you guys. I don't know where I'm going to go next with my YouTube channel. Finishing my project, it's going to take me another month at least till I can get my project to you guys, and I might even rewrite it in a little ways. And there's some other people that I see that have other projects that are coming to fruition, so congratulations on that. Yeah, so Have a great rest of the day.